Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Friday. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So yesterday I made my way to Connecticut and I was able to check out this crazy amazing nursery called Logie's, and they specialize in like all sorts of types of interesting citrus and houseplants, but they are totally actually known for their rare houseplants. So, needless to say, yesterday when I was there, I was basically in heaven. It was so exciting. And I picked up quite a few houseplants. Anyways, this is my first live YouTube event. So, wish me luck. Hopefully, the sound is working and everything looks fantastic. So yeah, for those of you who are meeting me for the first time, I'm Tyler. Hope your day is going well. And yeah, so basically in this video, what I'm going to be doing is sharing the amazing houseplant haul I had yesterday. This is like the biggest plant haul of the year for me. And like I said, I was able to pick up a ton of really interesting plants. Um, I do have a new video coming out tomorrow on my channel, which is all about the pink princess philodendron, and I'm really pumped for that. So make sure you give that one a thumbs up and check it out. So let's get to it. I want to show you guys all the cool plants that I got yesterday. And speaking of pink princess philodendron, I did pick up a couple philodendrons. I picked up quite a few Rex begonias, some amazing hibiscus. I've had one hibiscus plant for a while and I just absolutely love it. It flowers only for 1 or 2 days, but this place had some super rare ones with some crazy petal colors and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you guys. And then I did pick up a couple of other plants. So yeah, I'm going to start with the hibiscus. So I got three. Um, so the hibiscus are probably the most exciting for me because I love them and the flowers are so pretty. But in terms of showing you guys, there's not too much to it. But I do want to quickly go over them. So this is a Queen of Dreams, and I did take some notes. So the Queen of Dreams, it's like a double flowering, 8 petals, and has crazy colors. A kaleidoscope of colors: yellow, orange, rose, and lavender. So that's going to be pretty sweet to see that in bloom. And then I did pick two others. So none of them are flowering just yet. And if I was thinking, I would have grabbed my other hibiscus, which has 3 blooms on it right now to show you guys, but maybe I'll take some photos and share that on social media. My IG account is at Tyler Mossup. So the first one was Queen of Dreams, and then the other two are pretty rare, I believe. One's called the Crown JellyFish, and I'll show you guys here. I don't know if you can see, but isn't that amazing? Like, this is what the flower is supposed to look like. It's crazy. And the other one I got has a very funny name, Midnight Tryst. And it has like blues, grays, and pinks on it. So really excited to feed those and wait for their blooms. So if you're not too familiar with hibiscus, they're pretty heavy feeders and they like to be watered pretty frequently. So there you go. There's some great tips. All right, so I don't know what I should jump into next. Any preferences on Rex begonias, the philodendron, or the other surprise that I got? Well, let me start with some of the Rex begonias that I got. So I'm so excited for this plant. So isn't this just amazing? I have wanted one of these for I don't even know how many months, years, basically. So this is the Begonia maculata Whightii, and basically, everyone calls this the polka dot plant, and It's almost like a vining begonia, and it has these kind of like bat wings that have these great, gray polka dots, and the reverse of the leaves are like these deep burgundy red. And I just think this is like so cool. So I'm so excited to have this. And so far right now, I have a few Rex begonias. I did a video on one, and it's gotten so large and in charge, and I keep them really close to this like big humidifier thing that I have in my bedroom. And I think I'm gonna have to do like a whole begonia display, because now I'm just adding to the collection. So this was the first one. I'm gonna leave this right here because it's just so pretty. And oh yeah, this one I'm so excited for too. So I had never heard of this one before. Um, it is, let me just make sure I picked up. Yeah, so this is Begonia NorthernLights. And I guess it's not looking so interesting right now on camera, but what I understand about this one is they kind of refer to this as like a color change begonia. And basically, as the lights change throughout the seasons and the different types of light kind of hit this, um, the color of the leaves is supposed to change to kind of have this sort of northern lights feel. So I just think that's going, I'm like really, looking forward to potting this up and checking out the northern lights. So that was my second begonia, and I have a couple more. So I did pick up a miniature begonia, which is really cute. And this one is the miniature Regal Minuet. And it's got like, it's pretty iridescent. I'm sure if you guys can see that. And it's, yeah, like a deep burgundy and black. And yeah, cute little flowers on it. So again, super pumped about that. And this is like a pretty common, maybe not the most rare begonia ever, but this is called Ring of Fire, and you know, kind of self-explanatory with the amazing rings of green and deep burgundy. So how much were they charging? So yeah, I did pay, I think for the whole thing, it was about $300, which sounds insane. But considering I got 11 plants, once you kind of average it all out, that's only about $25 per plant. And a lot of these are pretty rare. So yeah, the begonias were mostly like, this one was $14.95. The miniature was 13. The Northern Lights was as well, was 13. And then I believe this one was a little bit pricier, I think in and around 35 or something, but totally worth it. So besides the begonias and the hibiscus that I picked up, I also picked up two philodendron. So my philodendron collection is growing almost by the day. So I was able to get some really, really cool ones that like I said, some of these plants I've been looking for my entire life. um, this first one, I'm just so incredibly, I just feel so lucky that I was able to pick this up. So this one is the velvet leaf philodendron, and it just looks so rich and opulent and velvety. I can't wait to find the right pot for this and get this going with my other philodendron. Um, I've never owned most of these particular plants, but I have quite a few philodendron already. I have some begonias, and like I said, I have hibiscus, but super excited to get this velvet. Yeah. All right. And then the other philodendron that I picked up was, da, 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 da. This is called, basically people call it like the Brandy philodendron, and I was speaking to some folks on social media last night, and somebody, I had posted like a picture of my haul, and somebody, I believe it was on Reddit, was like, "Where did you get this? I've been looking for this plant for months." So yeah, like finding this nursery was just the best thing that happened to me this week. This one, like the other one, I just like how they've staked it, and it's just such a sleek vining philodendron. Kind of reminds me of, some of the different variegated pothos in a way, but much prettier. And I'm not sure if the camera will pick this up, but this one has like a very peachy kind of color to the leaves on the underside, along with that sort of iridescent silvery leaf, which is just fantastic. So yeah, these ones here, and I'm just so excited for this velvet one. It just looks so cool even on camera. All right, so I only have a pair of plants left from this haul that I picked up, and these ones are kind of maybe not the most exciting or the most rare, but definitely the most exciting for me, because I've been actively trying to find these houseplants for a really long time. So without further ado, I picked up a pair of these Oxalis, and oh my God, even on camera, that deep dark purple. And last night they closed up into this kind of like triangular shape. And I just think, personally, I just think that these are the coolest plants ever. I've never owned this before, so I have some homework to do, but I definitely want to do a video on these and share it with you guys. So I was talking to one of the people that work at the nursery, and I was just like, I've never owned these before. Is there anything I should know? And basically, he was explaining to me that these plants, and I haven't verified this or you know done my own research, but basically what he was explaining to me is that these plants can like throw their seed up to 15 to 20 feet. So if you see them popping up in other pots, that's why. Which, I mean, think about that for a second. That's insane. They can throw, and he said even if they don't flower, they can do that somehow. I mean, that's just crazy. Um, I would be happy if these popped up in some of my other pots. And I guess there's some other really interesting things to these plants too. Like he was saying that these can also have a dormancy period, which totally reminds me, I had this video. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it just yet. If you haven't, check it out. It's I did a video on my Alocasia poly, and the thumbnail's like how it started versus how it's going, and I wasn't sure if it totally died or what was happening, but I'm happy to report that there's a lot of new growth. So it clearly was in dormancy and is now kind of coming out. So I'm gonna have to do an update video on that for sure. But apparently these can do the same thing, and I'm just really pumped for these to get bigger. And I don't even know what kind of pot I'm going to put these in, but just super pumped. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think of my rare plant haul. A total of 11 plants, like I said, 3 hibiscus, a pair of really cool philodendron, the 2 oxalis, and the 4 begonias. Yeah, so super excited. I kind of want to go back to the nursery today, but I don't have any money left to spend, so I guess I'll have to wait until get some more moolah. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully this was a fun first live event. It was for me. But that's basically the entire haul. And yeah, check out my new video tomorrow. Like I said, it's going to be on the pink princess philodendron. And I do get into, why it's pink, why it's so expensive. It's one of the most expensive houseplants on the market right now. And I paid an arm and a leg for just like this tiny little starter plant. So please do check that video out. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. This was a lot of fun. Miss you guys already. See you in a couple days.